Last Saturday at the Meadowlands racetrack, we saw a supremely impressive performance from the latest Brett Pelling-trained wonder, Awesomeness. He won at odds of 4-5 despite a speed duel and a broken head pole for Jimmy Marone Jr. Tonight he steps back up in class and he'll have to tackle the best horse at the track right now. That is Western Joe, who repeated in the preferred last week and 150 flat, given another great drive by Pat Berry. They square off in tonight's featured 7th race on Racing from the Meadowlands on SNY. The nor'easter is gone, forcing us to cancel the races last night, but the winds haven't subsided yet and it's still pretty cold. Temperatures in the low 40s and a track rated fast. And hello again, everyone, and welcome to Racing from the Meadowlands here on SNY, our Saturday night 1-hour recap. Dave Brower joined by Hall of Famer Bob Hollywood Hayden. And Bob, in my opinion, the best race in all of harness racing recently has been our preferreds over the past month, and we could have another dazzler on our hands tonight.
That's for sure. Awesomeness. Talk about overachievers. Last week, Brett Pelling conditions here. He's one of two in tonight for the trainer of the 2005 Horse of the Year, Rock and Roll Hanover, and he looks to repeat after he dropped down a notch to get a victory.
Well, we do have a new shooter to look at, though, tonight. Last summer, he won the fastest race ever contested in Canada, and he qualified pretty well here last week.
And that was Dr. J. Hanover, the fastest 2017 performer, 46-4. That's Canada's fastest mile, too, and it's also the first father-son combo ever. Some Beat Somewhere and Dr. J. Hanover to each have a 46-4 victory.
All right, here's a look at that qualifier. He slugged it out late and was able to dig in and hold on. That was his second qualifier back for trainer Tony Alagna, and that was a quick mile, Bob, 152-1.
Yeah, that really was nice there. That's named Dr. Brigitte Yablonsky from Hanover Shoe Farm, the 2017 Breeder of the Year. Now tonight, for Dr. J, a 1-2 finish puts this 5-year-old past the $500,000 plateau lifetime.
Dr. J. Hanover will start from post 5 with Brett Miller again aboard at morning line odds of 7-2. Well, we talked about Awesomeness at the top, and he sure overcame a lot to win here last week. Broken head pole, speed duel, and everything, but this was a superior effort.
23 times first to second in 36 career tries, son of Metro Meadowlands pace-winning Mach 3, whose passing last year preceded that of his most famous son, Some Beat Somewhere. One on the drop down at 4-5. He's been 2-1 or less in his 3 attempts in the preferred.
He looks like a real nice horse for Brett Pelling and owner Marty Sharp. But Bob, I guess the question is, how good is he as he steps back up in class tonight?
That's right, and we'll see if Awesomeness is able to handle it. Jimmy Marone, the driver of the week, has done a pretty good role, and it's an unbelievably competitive race. I tell you what, it's only a 7-horse field, but you can make a case for every one.
And they will start from post 6 at morning line odds of 3-1. But Bob, I've got to ask you this. The Rodney Dangerfield of the group is certainly Western Joe. He just keeps on winning and paying big prices.
$13 last out, $30.20 the time before that, both in the preferred. His last 4 wins have come from post 3, 4, 5, and 6. He's got 7 tonight. The lifetime best set, 49-3 in mid-December. He reminds me of another horse from 2 decades back, a horse called Toontown, who raced for Andy Kovat, the one-horse barn. Western Joe's overachieving big time for Chris Choate.
That win last week was a big one, out-kicking Rock and Ronholm in 26-4. How good is this horse? He's the 4-year-old tackling most of these older seasoned competitors.
She's not supposed to be doing this at age 4 at this level in the first few months of the year. Western Joe doesn't know that, and so far, so good.
All right, Pat Berry does have the assignment again, but they must overcome the outside post 7 at morning line odds of 5-2. We'll see it coming up a little bit later on in race 7. We welcome you back to the Big M. Up next is our featured event, the preferred handicap for a purse of $20,000. Rodeo Romeo and Dr. J. Hanover both enter off winning qualifiers. Western Joe has won 3 of the last 4 preferreds.
They're off. Dr. J. Hanover shoots out from between horses. J.K. Willpower is being urged on. Awesomeness now to the outside to challenge Dr. J. Hanover for the early lead into the first turn. So J.K. Willpower is in tight quarters there, third, and going to tuck in front of Endeavor, gets away in the 4th position. Followed by Rodeo Romeo, Hug the Wind, and Western Joe from the back tonight as they pass the opening quarter. Awesomeness sets up shop there with Jim Marone Jr. Flashes by the opening quarter in a crisp 26-4. Dr. J. Hanover in the second spot with J.K. Willpower third by 2.5-3. Endeavor gapped in 4th here across the backstretch. Then it's Rodeo Romeo, Hug the Wind, and Western Joe. Single file, and they race across the backstretch towards the half and follow Awesomeness. He's even money. Awesomeness in full control. A pocket ride for Dr. J. Hanover under a very tight rein there. J.K. Willpower third, half up in 54 seconds. Endeavor tightens in a bit fourth as they hit that far turn. Rodeo Romeo still fifth on the cones. On the inside, Hug the Wind and Western Joe from the back of the pack. And pulling first over now, J.K. Willpower out of third. Soon to be second to challenge Awesomeness for the lead midway on the final turn. It's Awesomeness now up alongside J.K. Willpower. Live cover for Endeavor, and Pat LeChance sets it up there. Dr. J. Hanover locked in the box now, also locked in Hug the Wind. To the outside, Rodeo Romeo and Western Joe will have to do it from last to first. 1:22 and 1 for 3/4 in the stretch. It's Awesomeness in front, trying to squeeze through Dr. J. Hanover. Awesomeness, Dr. J. Hanover trying to squeeze through all out. J.K. Willpower on the outside needs to do more than Hug the Wind in deep stretch. It's Awesomeness still in front. Dr. J. Hanover from the inside can't get to him. It's Awesomeness to win again, holding off Dr. J. Hanover. Then J.K. Willpower and Western Joe in 150 and 1.
Marone and Pelling, even money, hold firm in the preferred here to score. Third time in a row as a favorite. Dr. J. Hanover, solid debut. Remember last year, his 46-4 as a 4-year-old came early in this season.
And Bob, Awesomeness has really come into his own over the past 3 starts for Brett Pelling. The 5-year-old finally gets that preferred win in sharp style, going right down the road, perfectly rated by Jimmy Marone Jr. A popular pick 5 payoff it was tonight, $541. And Dave Little gave it out both in-house and on TVG.